Hey everyone, Scott here, and it's time for a care package video. Actually, a few care packages. These are all things that were given to me or sent by MAMO, moving about and manipulating objects, and I'm just long overdue to share them and to let you have a peek at some of the things he sent. So let's do that. Now, the first thing I have on the list, on the stack here, is this is the Numerical Bible, the Psalms. It's an old, very unique Bible commentary. I have talked about this in a previous video, and Mamo himself reviewed it, so we'll just set that aside. Under that, we've got more commentaries. He got me the Matthew and Mark volume in the New Interpreter's Bible commentary. Very nice. I've got now a total of 4 of the 12 NIB volumes, and they're very expensive, so anytime you can find them cheap, it's nice to pick one up. And this is in excellent condition when I looked at it. So yeah, very glad to have that. These are published by Abington, which is a United Methodist publisher. So it's just a nice kind of somewhere between being like it's more than a single volume commentary, but not as big as you're more like dedicated, book by book commentaries. And yeah, anytime I can get them used for cheap, I will. Related to that, he got me almost the entire Interpreter's Bible commentary series. So this is the precursor to the NIB. So which NIB I think is probably like 1990s, maybe early 2000s. These were more like I believe the 1950s and 60s. And this is just Genesis, Exodus, but he got me 10 of the 12 volumes in that, and then he let me know when he found the missing volumes at his local MCC thrift, and I was able to pick them up and complete the set. So yeah, very nice. And he gave these to me while I was still in Ohio. He didn't ship. That would be very expensive. He didn't ship them, so just added another box to my already quite full moving truck. But I was happy to throw these on the truck and bring them to Pennsylvania. Again, just a great old set that something I didn't want to spend a lot of money for, and he was able to find them pretty cheap, and then very, very generously gifted them to me. Picture, Prayer and Hymns by Cambridge. This is actually was a gift not to me, but to my son. I didn't share this at the time because I wasn't ready to talk about fatherhood and the pregnancy and everything. But those of you who know me know some of what we went through. And by the way, my son's doing very, very well. But yeah, this was a gift to my son. It is his first prayer book. So very, very kind to you, Mamo. Thank you. And you can see we've got some illustrations throughout. But as you can see, maybe not the kind of thing you'd expect in a children's prayer book. Well, all this really is it's the 1928 Book of Common Prayer along with hymns ancient and modern. So same thing adults would have, but with some pictures and a kind of smaller format. And I did take this with me for the pregnancy, or I'm sorry, for the birth. So while he was in the NICU, I used this to read some Psalms while we were spending time with him there. And yeah, just it's a nice memory for me, and it's something I look very much forward to giving to my son when he's old enough, and something I hope that he treasures and will hold on to as it's been with him since the day he was born. So yeah, thank you, sir. A couple more books here. We have The Earth is the Lord's, a narrative history of the Lancaster Mennonite Conference. So LMC is a Mennonite denomination. I think they kind of now describe themselves more as Anabaptist. I don't know. I think they're getting a little more modern, or I'm not in the LMC. I don't know. I know you see kind of they use their initials more. They call themselves LMC. Anyways, This is it seems among those who are interested in such matters, a highly sought after book. It can actually sell for a fair bit, but he had found it very cheap and sent it with me on my way to Lancaster County, and I found this very interesting, the bits I've read in it, and my wife and I are not in LMC, but we know people who are, and of course it's very big here, so yeah, very fascinating book, huge book, and yeah, very, very much enjoy it and treasure that. So thank you. And then the last thing, some of you will recognize this maybe because I reviewed it some time ago, and so is MAMO, the New Testament and Psalms, an inclusive version. So my review of this was overall unfavorable. I disagree with a lot of what is done in here. At the same time, I found it to be very fascinating. It was one of my favorite reviews I've done. And I let it go. I gave it to someone else who I thought would enjoy it. And then Mamo found it a few months ago, decided to buy it and review it, and then offered it to me when he was done. So I decided it has a place in my library. I'm just, like I say, it was just very interesting to me, and plus I'm just a fan of Oxford. So even when I highly disagree with what they're doing, it's got a place on my shelf now. So yeah, so there we have it. I think there was one or two other things I didn't pull out to show, but that gives you a good idea. Some of the things that Mamo has sent, some of this going back now over a year. So yes, so thank you to him. And I hope everyone else enjoyed seeing these things. If you have anything you'd like to share, please do so in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching. God bless, and we'll see you for the next video.